Morning. I think we're live there. Yeah, we're live there now. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. Apologies again. Still got that little bit of a cold, so still sound a little bit croaky, but slightly better than I was on Tuesday. Some of the people are outside here, which is great. Watching on the Zoom sessions. We're going to focus on balance, and we're going to focus on squats again today. So that's our little intention of this morning's practice. Let's start off with some balance to start. I'll just jump on that other camera. So the flying Qigong practice we'll just do with our feet shoulder width apart. So balanced evenly on both sides and just breathing in. Lengthening the spine, nice tall spine, breathing out. And as we breathe in, think of lengthening the spine up tall. So that idea of flying. So as you expand, everything lengthens, everything becomes taller. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Elbows soft, smooth movement, smooth, effortless breathing. Expanding as you breathe in, but keeping that spine strong as you breathe out. Strong and long. Let's do 2 more. And just take a rest. And then mirroring you, supporting yourself on your right leg and just popping the left leg forwards on the ball of the foot. So you're just literally tapping the ball of the foot on that left leg there. And then just bending that right knee a little bit. So I'm just going into a very sort of like a 1/12 of a squat position. I'm just folding that hip, bending the knee a little bit, got the ball of the foot there. Most of the weight is on this support leg. I'm still nice and tall through the spine. And then as we expand, we just straighten that support leg. But we straighten it, we don't lock it out. It's very tempting just to lock out that support leg, lock the knee. So we straighten it, but just keep it straight rather than locked. And then as we sink down, we sink into a tiny, tiny 1/12 of a squat, single leg squat. Breathing in, tall. And then softening, just sinking into a little bit of a squat. Breathing in. And using that upper body. Remember, it's not just all about the work on the hip and the leg. That upper body lengthening, lifting from the crown. See how much you can let go of that support leg. Make sure you're not gripping with the toes. You've literally just got the ball of the foot. And just go to your own comfortable level. So if you need to take a break, that's absolutely fine. It's not about forcing, it's about following the breath. So if your breath changes, you know you've most probably gone beyond where you are comfortable for the moment. So you just take that little moment and then just come back into it. So you should really feel that support leg working in a good way. Let's do 2 more. Straightening that support leg, and then that little single leg squat. Have I done 1 or 2 there? I can't remember, I've lost count. I'll do another one. You stop when you've done 2. And then you might want to shake that leg out a little bit. Feel as if that leg has worked. Give yourself a moment. Let yourself feel the balance evenly between the 2 sides. And then we'll stabilize now on the opposite side if we're mirroring on your left leg. Bringing that right foot forward. So again, it's like you're dipping your toe in the water or dipping the ball of the foot in the water there. There's no pressure, there's no weight shifted onto that front leg. Just literally tapping that leg on the ground. Hip fold, so we're going into a little bit of a squat. Knee bends, and then as you breathe in, you straighten that support leg. If you have any problems with the knees, the hips, the ankle, if there's any pain, you just stop. Breathing in, expanding, using that upper body. Breathing out, softening. Following your breath. Thinking very much of the flow movement, which is guided by the breath. Quote I like to really emphasize is that any sign of neuromuscular overload, you see it in the breath. So if you're overloading your muscular system, your musculoskeletal system, you get out of breath or you hold the breath. And the same thing if your neurology, if your nervous system is overloaded, then you see that in the breath too. So if the breath is calm, the breath is smooth, then you're in control. So if that changes, then you just take a moment, take a little rest. That hip glides back into a mini 12 of a squat there. Let's do a couple more. And then take a rest. And again, shake out that hip. And let's do some leg swings. So balance and just swing. And swing. Just free up those hips a little bit. Just nice and steady. I'm getting loads of clicks. I can, through this hip. Interesting. Keep tall. And take a rest. Feet shoulder width, knocking. Feel the movement from the hips and the waist as well when you're knocking. It's interesting doing something like this after you've done something which is a little bit more stronger, i.e. as in those single leg squats. How does it feel in the hips? Just breathing easy. Tall through the spine. Slowing it down. Coming to a stop when you're ready. And then going into a wider stance. Again, just a width that you are comfortable with the hips, but you're going maybe a shoulder and a half width apart. And then we're going to do the glide across. So let's just do the glide first. So the pelvis stays parallel to the ground. That knee bends and goes in line or over the toe that way. It doesn't have to be a big movement. Pelvis glides across. So that pelvis is parallel. We're not doing tipping side to side like that. Parallel, parallel. This leg straightens. This leg straightens. So you're getting that movement in the hips here. So you're getting that rotation in the top of the hips, in the hip bone. So that the spine stays long, stays straight, stays upright, that's the word I'm thinking of. So I'm not leaning over, I'm not moving the hips, spine stays upright. And see if you can just keep at the same level, so we're not rising up and down. So you can easily get rising up and down, but see if you can just keep that same level as you go across. So if you imagine you had a wall there, you'd just be going at the same height as the wall. So keep at the same level. I can see a few people bobbing up and down on Zoom. Keep at the same level. So you can't bang your head on there's a roof, there's a ceiling there on the head, so you can't bang your head on the ceiling. Once you've got that movement going, it's really easy. You can then start to bring in the knocking again. So keep that spine long. So now you're really driving from the ground, pushing the ground away. We're not rocking side to side. Keep that spine long. Keep the hips parallel to the ground. Just use the legs and the hips. Good. Slowing it down, slowing it down, slowing it down. And then just come back up to standing, walking the legs together. Again, give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Letting the breath settle. So just letting the breath settle. When you're ready, we'll go into some tigers. So it's the tiger. Remember, really use the fingers here, and you create that tension through the fingers. That creates a good tension through the arms, and that really keeps the back nice and strong. So we have a strong back here. We fold at the hips glide back. We have that idea of keeping that chest facing forwards, and we're just sinking in through the hips. And then we're pushing through the legs to come up to standing. Here the arms can be soft, 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 soft. And then we go strong. And keep your focus or keep your visual forwards. So I'm not looking down and tilting forwards. I'm literally just folding, lowering my center of gravity. And again, just going to your comfortable depth. So you're guided by the movement. If here is good, that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine if you're doing a small movement. It's not about overdoing things. Standing tall at the top. And just breathing easy in and out through the nose. If we need to catch our breath, if we get a little bit out of control, just take a moment, just take a rest, do a smaller movement, but be guided by your breath. Keep that chest facing forward, keep that visual forward. Good. Let's do a couple more. And then take a rest. Good. Shaking out your legs. Letting the breath settle. Let's just do a little earth and sky connection. So connecting to the ground, lengthening up, connecting to the sky, and then swapping, breathing out and breathing in, so lengthening the spine. Put a little bit of tension through the hands, through the fingers. And I want you to feel, it's almost like you're squeezing the muscles again. So you can put a little bit of tension, a little bit more tension through, squeeze all the muscles in the arms, over the bones, around the bones. Here then you can soften. And then here you strengthen. It's almost like you're pushing something above, pushing something below. So you can make these movements soft all the way through. So that can be just a very soft movement, or you can put a little bit more tension through. It's almost like you feel as if you're squeezing all of those muscles, squeezing energy into the bones, and then soft. So again, it's not about overreaching. So watch that you're not reaching up like that and really straining. It's just reaching, keeping that little bit of softness in the elbow. Keep the spine upright, so I'm not leaning over at all. Keep that spine upright, keep the shoulders down. Watch that that shoulder isn't hiking up there. Let's do a couple more. Good, and then take a rest. Yeah, so there's the subtle difference when because I'm watching a few of you on Zoom there, there's a subtle difference between that, and I'm not saying anybody's doing this, but you can see it's almost like you can force, or you can stay solid here and long through the spine, but then you can really squeeze the tension, the muscles there. So it's that idea of where are you putting the emphasis on the tension. And I'm tensing here, but I'm not forcing, I'm not going beyond what is comfortable. Give out the arms a little bit of a shake out there, because it's a little bit of an upper body workout there as well, when you're actually putting that tension through the muscles. And we'll do another one for the upper body again, which is good for putting some tension through the muscles. So we'll do the heart to sky. So you could just do this soft all the way through. You can just do that gentle connection here and then opening up. But when we get to here, let's really press those palms together. So you're really pushing those palms together. So a nice bit of tension through the arms. And then as you reach out, you can spread the fingers, breathing in, and then breathing out. When you get here, press those palms together. Looking up and opening the throat. And as you extend and open up here, make sure you're just extending as much with the upper back rather than leaning back and putting pressure on the lower back. You should feel no pressure here on your lower back. So extend and open up that upper chest. Pressing the palms together. It's lovely when you're outdoors doing this one, just looking up to the sky, heart to sky. You're lifting your heart up to the sky. Pressing those palms together. Resistance training and things like weight training. Resistance just means putting some resistance or some pressure on parts of the joints, the muscles, the bones. And actually, if you're just putting that little bit of pressure here, you're doing some upper body resistance training. Let's do a couple more. Feel that pressure in the back as you press the palms together as well. And take a rest when you're ready. Again, just shake out the arms a little bit. Let's do a little bit more knocking, just to free up that spine a bit, to free up the shoulders and the arms a bit. And this time, just slightly slower and just take a look behind. So we're looking a little bit further behind, bending the knees a little bit more. But keep the neck long. So keep that neck long. So you're just glancing behind. Watch that you're not craning the neck. And then if you start to feel a little bit dizzy, just slow it down and just keep that visual side to side and then just out to the front. And slow it down. Yeah, it's very easy. Just take a rest when you're ready. It's very easy with that one when you think of looking behind, as you start to bring the head forwards and crane the neck around. The idea is to keep that spine long so that that head is still just balanced on the spine. We've got nothing going on like this. And I know it's difficult, so keep that neck long and just rotate. It's almost like that idea of being dangled on a string. It's quite a nice visualization without it hiking you up and everything. Let's do a split squat. So we take our feet about a shoulder and a little bit apart, and then we put one foot forwards. So if we mirror, I'm putting that left foot forwards. So you've got the majority of weight on that left foot. This right foot, ball of the right foot, is just supporting. And then we do a tiger down that left side. So we're doing, again, most of the work now through that left side of the body. The hands, as you're doing the tiger, will go either side of the knee. So I know we can do them where we go forwards, But for this one, I just want to change that either side of the knee. So you're going in that direction rather than going forwards. Standing tall. So we're going at that 45 degrees. Again, keep that chest lifted, so we're not tilting forwards. We're not doing this. We're just lowering our center of gravity. And there will be that little hinge forwards with the upper body, but that's due to keeping aligned with gravity rather than tilting forwards. Breathing easy. Let's do one more. And then take a rest. And swap sides, so step out with the other side. So we're going in that direction. It's like I'm heading off over there, 45 degrees. That back foot is just peeling off the ground there. And then you can go into your tiger. Hands either side, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Hands either side of the knee. Hip glides back. You've got about 80% of the weight on that support leg. And the weight stays over that front leg. So even when you come to stand up, I'm not shifting the weight back. When you come to stand, you could be moving forward. So keep that weight over that front leg. Even when you come up to standing. Let's do a couple more. Nice and smooth. And come up to standing. Good. Shaking out your legs. Pulling down the heavens. Breathing in. And breathing out. These can be nice, slow, full breaths. Lovely when you're outside. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then interlocking your hands, just moving into bamboo in the wind, just for the final few moments of our practice this morning. Closing your eyes. And just seeing how your body responds. Visualizing that balance between strength and flexibility of the bamboo, which helps it thrive and build resilience. And this morning is one of those mornings where I could stand like this for the next 10 minutes, but it's 8:30, so taking a full breath in, opening your eyes, having a little stretch, a little brush down. Excellent, thank you very much. So quite a lot of work there going on with the hips and the legs, strengthening the lower body. Thanks for joining. I have a ticket available, unless anybody's contacted me since I said it at the very beginning of the session for the Zoom guys. I have one free ticket available for the Health Optimization Summit this weekend. It's on Saturday and it's Sunday as well. They're about £349, these tickets, but I have one free, one complimentary ticket It will be first come, first serve if somebody wants that ticket. It's in London. It's at the Business Design Centre in Islington. I'm going to be there with the AIM retreat stand, so we're going to be talking about instructor training, Oxygen Advantage instructor training. Andrew's going to be there. We might be doing some measuring heart rate variability. We've got special discounts there as well, and we're also giving away a retreat there. So if you can make it, this is only open, all of this stuff is only open if you're at the Health Optimization Summit. So that's one free ticket. If anybody's interested, just drop me a message, or I'll check on Facebook, I'll check on YouTube, and I'll check on the Breathe Balance Movers as well. So just shout, the first one who wants to come can come to that. If you can't make it, or if you're going anyway, hopefully see you there. If not, I will see you next Tuesday for more breath work. Have a good weekend. I think the weather's going to be good over the weekend as well. Get outside, do some Qigong. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Thanks a lot. Bye. Bye-bye.